Hi, Dr. Lenz. This is my not in-person interview, I guess. I want to start off by just giving an overview of what my internship experience was day to day, and then a lot of the interesting stuff I got to do as well. Day to day, when I was out of the office, I basically was running around the city, going and picking up swatches and samples from various vendors, stopping in at boutiques that carry our line and making sure that the displays were set right, and making sure that the line was selling, and make sure that the boutique was happy with how things were going. And I also just did simple day-to-day errands like going to the bank, FedEx, UPS for shipping. And in the office, I handled the blog. I would write about things that happened over the weekend or recent events. I responded to emails. I would create shipping invoices, and I would pack boxes for shipping and make sure those got out, and I would handle the scheduling, phone calls, calling other boutiques and trying to get our line in other stores as well. So I basically handled everything except for design aspects of website and the bags themselves. A lot of the really fun and interesting part of the industry I got to see was going to buying meetings. I got to go to Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom's, Macy's, Bergdorf Goodman, Bloomingdale's, and Lord & Taylor. Each of them was completely different. Each of them wanted different styles from us. So I really got to see an inside view of what a buyer actually does. My job was to go in, set up the bags, take all the bags out of the suitcases, get them set up, display them nicely so that when the buyers walk in, everything is visually pleasing and their eyes are drawn directly to the bags. And that was really my favorite part of the job, was getting to see this inside aspect of the industry. After setting up, I would take notes on the meeting itself so that when we got back to the office, I could relay the notes to Danielle, and she would know what line sheets to send them, what revisions they wanted made, and we could get the packets together for whatever store. So that was my favorite part of the whole experience. I would have to say the most difficult part of the whole experience was dealing with various people in the fashion industry. The fashion industry, especially in New York, is extremely fast-paced and cutthroat, and people don't have time for you to be making mistakes and wasting their time. So it was really difficult being the intern because people almost look down on you, and you really have to hold your own in order for people to take you seriously. So I definitely think it was most difficult just dealing with cattiness and just people acting like because you're an intern that maybe you're beneath them in some way. Also, I mean, my boss, for example, she was only 23 years old and she already owns her own company, so she's an entrepreneur, so she's very, type A, wants things done exactly how she wants them done, so she was very hard to please, which at first would really get to me because I always felt like what I was doing wasn't enough, or that I was doing something wrong. But in the end, I think it really helped me because I wanted to please her and I wanted to make sure I was doing the best job I could, so it really it made me want to work even harder, not just for her, but for all the people in the industry too, because you want to make it to where they are. And so although I think that was the hardest part, was dealing with negative people, it also makes you want to be a better worker in the long run. I think the main question is, what did I learn from this internship? And I really think that an internship is an incredible learning experience, and it teaches you so much that you can't learn in the classroom. College gets you to learn everything you need to know, but then the internship gives you real life experience. And I think that coming into this internship, I had all these thoughts about what I wanted to do with my life, and by the end of it, I realized that those thoughts maybe weren't actually what I want to do. Originally, I thought that maybe I'd want to be a buyer, and after going on meeting after meeting, I kind of realized that that's not really the type of person that I am. Throughout this internship, I learned that I really love the creative aspect of fashion. I'm not a designer, but I love using my imagination in creative and different ways, and I think that the best outlet for that throughout the internship was the visual merchandising. I really enjoyed setting up for the buying meetings, setting up the showroom for any meetings that we had at the office, even just organizing the blog to make it like aesthetically pleasing. I really learned that I want to do something creative with my career rather than more on the business aspect. I still don't know where that's going to be, whether it's going to be my own boutique or working as a visual merchandiser, but I'm really excited to explore the creative side of the fashion industry a lot more than I have before. So I think all in all, this internship really just made me want to focus on what I want to do with my career. The main thing that I want to stress to other students who are going to be doing an internship is to really just go for it. Whether it's something that you think you'll be interested in or not, you learn so much about the industry. Even, like, I'm not a handbag designer, and my internship gave me so much insight into what I want to do with my career. And I'm from Maryland, but I knew that I wanted to try to make it in New York, because I really think that if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And it really changes you as a person. It makes you grow up, it makes you stronger, it makes you more like aware. And I think that if I could stress anything, it would be for other students to just go for it, because whether you learn to love the city or you learn to hate it, at least it's a learning experience. I think that going to New York City is a learning experience for anyone. It is a melting pot full of so many different people, different experiences that you really can't get anywhere else. And even if you decide you don't want to stay in the city, at least you can say you went and say you did it and accomplished it. And I think that if I could say that to anyone, it would just be get up the guts and go for it. And I'm really glad that I did it.